You hear that? Listen. Yeah, it's the sound of nothing. Mother Nature. All right. For me, this is what it's all about, folks. This is where I come to get the mind right, get myself prepared, get myself ready to take on the upcoming week. You know, what's up, Willow? Yeah, this little bit of a spontaneous live. Um, Figured why the hell not, right? So, um, I'm always preaching about being about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. So this is what I do. Come out here on a hiking trail once a week. More if I can, but definitely once a week. I dedicate one day a week to come out here, and I'll just wander the trails. And depending on where my mind's at, I'll stay out here for several hours at a time. A couple of weeks ago, I did an 8-mile hike out here, and it was awesome. So, I think I'm going to do the 3-mile today. Figured I'd take you guys along with me. All right. I mean, I don't really expect a big showing. Number one, again, this is a spontaneous life. Number two, well, it's in the middle of the work week. We're here on Monday afternoon, going on 3 p.m. Eastern time. So, but this is just a little bit of the scenery that the mad outdoorsman enjoys while I am out doing the things. All right. I'm always talking about putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, right? I mean, what's so uncomfortable about this, Matt? I mean, you look like you're enjoying yourself. Nice picturesque scene. Nice cool breeze. Yeah, it's about 78, little 78 degrees. Last time I just checked the temperature. But we're still in the middle of summer. All right, I got a 50-pound ruck on my back. All right, I got some hilly terrain, some rocks and some roots. All right, and I'm gonna hit this 3-mile portion of this trail that I frequent every week, and take you guys along with me, and we'll talk about doing some of the things. All right, so let's get going. Definitely need a hiking stick. It's actually a lot cooler than it's been. A couple weeks ago, the temperatures feel like 100 degrees up here in my part of the world, here in southern New England. So I'm definitely appreciating this cool weather. So let's talk about hiking real quick, guys. A lot of people sleep on that activity. For those of you that don't, that like the mad outdoorsman, can get outside and go hiking on a regular basis. Good, keep it up. All right. I've done a lot of research on hiking and the benefits of what hiking does, not only for the mind, but for your mental well-being, right? Hey, Amanda. We live in today's world, this society. It's pretty much a shit show, right? And it's tough to mentally escape the stresses of what society brings. You less economy being in the fucking toilet. The stream here is a little low. I'd say by this winter, it'll be up above these rocks. Actually, this one of my hunting spots is right through here. About 100 yards off this trail. I'll be getting out there this week, actually, setting up my ground blinds and cutting some shooting lanes. I know I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, but we'll get back to the benefits of hiking in a minute. Just wanted to share with you, I do a lot of hiking out here. Hunting. It is public land, but this area is vast. It's right in the back of my outpost, actually. All I gotta do is walk out my door. And about 40 yards away is this trail. So, anyway, we'll get more into that in a little while. Benefits of hiking. You know, you have to have that outlet, guys. You have to have that mental escape, okay? Especially in today's world we live in. Because if not, quite frankly, you're just going to drive yourself fucking crazy. Getting out and enjoying Mother Nature, hitting hiking trails, as far as mental benefits go, do your research on it. Like I have done my own research. Almost ate it. And you will see the plethora of benefits that hiking provides, what you get out of it. And that's just the mind, just mentally. Physically, in my opinion, it's probably the best total body workout for anybody, right? I got a lot of buddies that I work with that, they hit the gym every day. That's great. They're doing their things in their own way. They keep in shape. Folks, this here is my gym. All right. So if you are able-bodied, get your ass out there, hit your local hiking trail. All right. Every state has their own conservation area. There's no excuse not to do it, in my opinion. As far as other factors that revolve around hiking, a lot of people like to do it in the winter and fall months. For obvious reasons. There's a lot of foliage right now, a lot of bugs. The mosquitoes will feast on you. I put on bug spray before I leave, but shit, after about 20 minutes, especially on a summer day, I have sweated that all off of my body. So the bug spray works great for about the first 20 minutes. So there's that. So there's really not too many people that come out on the trails. What's up, Pilgrim? Down warm weather. So there's that. But I do. I'm out here throughout the year. Every week throughout the year. Obviously in a couple months I'll be transitioning to spending my Mondays deer hunting out here in these woods. Excuse me. But I will still be hiking in a sense, because I don't just park my truck here on a dirt road and walk 15 yards into the tree line. I I will hike about 35, 45 minutes, upwards to an hour in some spots to get to my hiking spot. Hunting spot. So technically I still am hiking in a sense during hunting season. You know, I'm packing a tree stand in. You know, I use a climber tree stand. For those of you that are familiar with deer hunting, you know, there's 3 types of tree stands that can be used. You've got the ladder stand, which obviously you put up against a tree, and it comes with a ladder, and you just climb the ladder and sit in your stand. Usually those are stationary stands, guys. In other words, you leave them out in the woods during hunting season. You know, they're great to have if you have your own private land to hunt on. A ladder stand. The other type of stand is what's called a hang-on stand. That type of stand, you are literally taking a set of climbing sticks. All right, think of your utility pole, the utility pole worker with the pegs on a pole, and he's climbing up the pole to do some work on the lines. All right, picture that now on a metal stick that's about 20 feet long, and you affix it to the tree as you climb it, along with hauling up the actual seated portion of the tree stand and hanging it on a tree. Hence the term hang on tree stand. Okay. And then finally there is the climbing tree stand, which is what the Mad Outdoorsman prefers to use. I have used all 3 in my hunting experience, and I have found that the climber is my personal favorite due to the fact that for most of the time, or all of the time, I hunt on public land, so I got a nice light climber that I have backpack straps attached to, and I pack it in, climb the tree with it, do my hunt, and then climb down the tree with it, throw it on my back, and hike out of the woods with it. All right, and I like my climber. I got a nice lightweight aluminum climber, brand new. Actually going to be using it for the first time this season. So yeah, I do get my workout in throughout deer season too, as far as hiking goes. What else is in there? There's a few people, yeah. Again, folks, you know, spontaneous live. There will be a mad broadcast tonight. I did post it in my community tab. Got a very special guest coming on tonight. Dave Lee. He's a regular visitor in the Mad Broadcast chat room, and he is also my father. All right, so if you want to know where the Mad Outdoorsman gets his personality and attitude from, look no further than Dave Lee. He will be joining us tonight. And folks, I'll tell you what, it's going to be one of those lives where you guys better bring your tinfoil hats with you. That's all I got to say. We are going for a deep dive down the rabbit hole tonight, folks. You know, my father and I, we talk on a regular basis. Again, he lives in Florida. He's like-minded like we are. He knows what time it is, okay? And when we get together and chat on the phone, usually it's FaceTime, I just sit back and I listen to him. To how he views what's happening in the world, okay? and what his theories are behind that and what he believes and thinks what's going on. And, we had one of those chats this morning over the phone. And I said, you know what, Dad? I said, I'm going to have you on tonight. I'm going to have you on my panel tonight. How do you feel about that? So he's down for it. So yeah, Dave Lee will be joining us tonight at 9 p.m. And it's basically going to be his show. We're just going to sit back and we are going to hear him out and feel free to pick his brain, ask questions. We're going to talk about a couple of things too that's going on. We'll talk about the wildfires over in Hawaii, what's happening over there, and all that fun stuff. Well, it's not fun for them. You know what I mean. We'll talk about some theories behind that. But yeah, that's going to be the Mad broadcast tonight, folks. So tune in if you can. If not, check out the replay. So back to, what's up, Cigar? Back to what we're doing right now. Again, just a quick spontaneous live. I'm always preaching about doing a thing, just being about it, not talking about it. And again, I hit these trails every Monday afternoon. All right, I got Sunday, Mondays off. This is where I come to get right with not only the body but with the mind. I was actually debating about going live today because this is my time. But again, it's because of you folks that this channel is possible for me, and I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. I really do. I really enjoy coming on this platform and engaging with you folks. Okay. So, and that's real talk. All right. Yeah, my channel's still very small, and I've said it at the very beginning, and I'll say it again. I'm not here to make money. Okay. I don't need to make money on this platform. I'm here to engage, hang out, and have fun. All right. So, yes, I am including you people in on some of my own me time right now because I feel it's important, So, usually there is a huge snapping turtle on that rock down here. I don't know if you guys can see this on this screen. Over here on this pond. Huge snapper. He probably heard me coming and jumped off the rock. But every Monday, I will see a huge snapping turtle up on that rock. And he's been there for years. I see this guy. I've seen this guy now for about the past 5-6 years hiking these trails. Snapping turtles live for a while, so I can bet my bottom dollar it's the same guy. All right. But yeah, he probably heard me coming. Usually I'm quiet and I'm not talking when I'm coming down this portion of the trail. So he's just hanging out over there usually, and then I might crack a twig or scrape the old hiking stick on a rock, and then he'll dive into the pond. Yeah, he probably heard me coming. But yeah, again, doing a 3-mile hike today. I break it up from week to week. They got a few loops in here. The longest loop is 8 miles. They've got a 6-mile loop, which is the usual one I do. They've got a 2-mile loop. And that's really it. As far as the 3 miles, I'm on a portion of the 6-mile loop right now, and I'm just gonna break it off at the 3-mile mark, head back to the outpost. But yeah, it's dependent on what I have going on during the day. usually like to leave my Mondays open just for myself, you know, to get out here, do the things. But yeah, folks, do not sleep on hiking. All right, the benefits are vast, mentally and physically, folks. Again, I can't stress it enough. Best total body workout there is. All right, I'm already sweating my ass off. And it does wonders for the mind. Research it, folks. Do yourselves that favor. All right, it'll change your life. My opinion, it really will. You know, if I didn't have these trails, if I didn't have this area, I don't know if I'd be here today. And that's facts. You know, mentally, folks, mentally. All right, it's pretty thick in here. Actually coming up on another hunting spot. But yeah, get out in the woods, do the things, folks. You know, for the most part, when I'm out here, I hardly ever see anybody. That's a good thing. You know, it's pretty much like I got this whole place to myself. Again, you know, 50-pound, got about 50 pounds on the back here. Got a good pair of boots on. Got my neck knife. I rotate between a few different everyday carry knives. This neck knife comes with me everywhere I go. Got a good hiking stick. You need it out here. Got plenty of water in a rock. Actually, folks, this is my get home bag that I keep in my truck. I don't know if you can see that really well. So I keep this bag in the back of my truck at all times, and I actually made a video about this last winter, about this get home bag. So basically, it's a 55-liter rucksack that I keep in the back of my truck. Well, what do you keep in it, Matt? Outdoors and shit. All right, well, I got a 0-degree sleeping bag strapped to it. I've got a 4-season tent strapped to the outside of it. I have a stainless steel mug that I keep inside of it. That mug can be used to collect water and to boil water over a campfire. Again, I have my knife on me. Have to have a knife. Man or woman, you know, carry a knife on you. You know, one of the best tools you can have. I got some food in a backpack that I keep in there. Actually, I got some granola bars back there. And I got a can of soup in there too. Got an extra change of clothes, along with undergarments. I got winter weather clothing in there, along with that winter weather outerwear. Do have an extra t-shirt in there. Fire starting equipment, materials. I got the flint rods. I got matches, lighters in there. Got a first aid kit in there. What am I missing? I think that's pretty much it. What's up, Cynthia? Pilgrim. Yes, we are going to be discussing that tonight. I'm actually been doing my research on it, on these direct energy weapons. Yes, that is going to actually be the topic of our discussion tonight, along else with whatever Dave has to say, aka Dad, about it, his 2 cents on it. So yeah, tune in, Pilgrim. All right. Another hunting spot down this hill. All right. There is so much foliage in here, but that area down there is what's called a saddle. All right. So I'm on it. In other words, what a saddle is, it's a valley between two hills. All right. So on the other side, you can't see it because of all the foliage. There is another hill. A lot of deer traffic down in there. I usually hunt that spot on a regular basis every season. I don't know. Again, I don't know how much you can see on the camera here. It probably just looks all the same, all green, right? I did kill a deer back down in there a couple years ago. Yeah, heavily traveled area for deer. So, again, if you're a deer hunter, saddles are they're honey holes. What's a honey hole? A honey hole is where you're going to see deer, most likely, or signs of deer. So yeah, once autumn hits and all this foliage starts coming off the trees, I'll be able to, my line of sight will be a lot better as to what I can see. Usually what I'll do is I'll set up a stand about 3/4 of the way up on the side of one of these hills, the hill off to the far side. I'll just sit there and I'll wait, look down into the valley or into the gap, whatever you want to call it, and wait for something to come walking by. All right, Pilgrim, good. Glad you'll be there tonight. Who else is up in there? I got 10 people in there. All right. Ooh, big fucking bee's nest over there. I don't know if you guys can see that. I am not going to try to get too close to it, but you look straight ahead. Oh, yeah, I am close because there's a bee right here next to the camera. Yellow jackets. Oh, yeah, that's an active nest, too. That's a big one. Yep. Gotta watch out for those fuckers. Yep, big bee's nest. All right, stay clear of that. It's pretty low, too. Yeah, cigar. I'm seeing a lot of different weird news stories on. I did see that. Put that up on the screen. Yeah, again, we're going to be discussing this tonight on the broadcast. I'm going to read up on it when I get back to the outpost. See what other stories I can dig up on it. It's fucking weird. So yeah, we're going to be taking a deep dive down the rabbit hole tonight, folks. Again, special guest Dave Lee coming on up, and he's like-minded individual, like I just said. You know, he's into prepping, and I would implore you guys just to listen to his thoughts on how he views what's going on in this world today. All right. It's going to be a good broadcast. I know my dad. So yeah, just tune in. It's going to be off the fucking rails. If you think I have no filter. Hold my beer. All right. Little disclaimer, folks. Tonight's broadcast will not be for the sensitive. Okay. Just saying. But yeah, again, folks, just out here doing the things, getting right with the head, getting myself prepared for the upcoming work week. Getting myself prepared for what's to come, mentally and physically. Again, this is just a regular routine of my life. Just part of my routine is getting out and hitting these trails. So, whatever it is that you do to get right with yourselves, do it. Have that outlet, have that balance. Because if not, you're going to drive yourself nuts. You're going to be one miserable MFer. All right, and life is too short for that, folks. Facts. Believe that. All right. Mad. I'll put that up there. Do I know any Nickerson for Rhode Island? Can you explain to me what Nickerson is, Willow? I'm not really sure I understand what you're talking about. So folks, this part of the trail that I'm on is called the North-South Trail. Okay. It is a trail that runs the entire length of the state of Rhode Island. Yeah, I know, Rhode Island's small. I think it's like only 50 miles wide, the state. I don't know how long it is. Not too much longer than that. So I am in a, well, I don't want to upset myself, but I'm on a portion of the trail in a section of my state here. So I'll just say that. Again, runs the whole length from the beach down in the town of Westerly all the way up through the town of Burrville, which is, I believe that's the northernmost town here in the state of Rhode Island. So again, I'm on a portion of this trail, and I've been hiking the same portion close to 17 years now. So, the Nickerson family. Well, the only Nickersons that I know, they're inmates. They're locked up over at the prison that I work at. Any relation? I mean, you asked, so that's those are the only Nickersons I know. Just being honest. Excuse me, folks. I'm just checking out what's growing over here. Okay, it's blueberries. It's wild blueberries. They're endless. Okay. No, again, the only Nickersons I know are inmates. And there's a family of them. YouTube channel. But in my private life, folks, my circle is tiny. I spend a lot of time by myself in the outdoors. And when I am not out in the outdoors, I'm spending time with loved ones. You know, I have literally on the outside of my job, I literally see I hang out with like two people. You know, one of them is my best friend from work, hanging out with outside of work. Other than that, I'm just doing my own thing, doing me. I don't really get out much, you know. And outside of getting out here in the woods, you know, I'll go out to supper with my girlfriend, or I might hang out with my oldest daughter, take her out for lunch or something. But that's really it. Not really a sociable person. I don't play good. I don't play well with others. I really don't. I'm not saying that in a sense to sound like I'm some fucking ass, because I don't portray myself or believe that I am some Billy Badass. I just don't play well with others. I say what I think. I am honest, and I ask questions. When people have a problem with me and they don't like me, it's usually because of those two reasons. It's because I am honest. I'll call them out. Not to start shit, but just to call them out. You know, if I see bullshit, I'll call it out. So, or I'll ask questions. And, you know, that's why I don't really get along with even my supervisors at work, you know. Quick story. Speaking of supervisors at my job, I'm not going to mention names on here. I won't mention his rank. All right, but this guy's he is a true definition of a narcissist. Okay. One of my supervisors. He walks around. He's one of those types that he thinks he's the smartest fucking guy in the room. His shit doesn't stink. He thinks he can fucking beat everybody's ass. All right. Well, when Matt Outdoorsman comes across folks like that, I don't give a good goddamn who they are, what title they hold, or whatever. Again, I'll ask questions. I'll call out bullshit when I see it. So once upon a time, I was a union steward at my department. Okay. In other words, I was someone appointed by my union leadership to represent fellow officers on my shift, stand in for them during discipline processes, hear their grievances out, address any of their concerns to the administration or leadership. So, without making this a long story and diving into too much details, let's just say that this narcissist of a supervisor that I had, we tangled some fucking horns a couple of times because of his pompous, narcissistic, wannabe tough guy ways about him. So long and short of it is, I was standing in, representing a fellow officer for a possible discipline incident that took place regarding that fellow officer. And basically, this particular officer that I was representing was being singled out and targeted by this particular supervisor. In other words, this supervisor had a hair across his ass for her. And I saw it from a mile away. All right, because some of the bullshit charges, I'll just call it charges for lack of a better term, that he would bring upon this fellow officer was just fucking ridiculous. So he was definitely just picking on her. All right, and I say her, yes. So that just goes to show another example of this guy's fortitude, if you want to call it that, or lack thereof. So I knew what I was walking into when I walked into his office to start asking questions about the latest incident regarding this fellow officer. And right away, he went into fucking attack mode on me. And I'm sitting there, I'm listening to him run his fucking mouth, berating this fellow officer. Basically taking a confrontational stance with me because, I was standing in and representing this individual, and that's another thing. This particular supervisor, along with other supervisors that I have come across in my 16 years on the job, they do not like the union, even though they're part of the union. They do not like being challenged when it comes down to it, especially if they are fucking wrong. So here I am, I'm hearing him out, I'm listening to him run his cock holster about this individual, and getting confrontational with me because, again, he saw me as some kind of a threat because when you're a union steward, there is no rank inside the room. Okay, folks. And I know I'm kind of off the reservation here a little bit, but in other words, he held no rank over me. I was in a union steward role. So moving forward, I about had enough of his fucking bullshit. I sat there, I was listening to him for a few minutes, run his fucking shit, his shit pie hole. I say I'm getting pissed off talking about it, so I don't want to lose my composure. I just put up my hand. I said, all right, that's enough. So I get your point. You don't like her. You have a fucking problem with her. But here's the fucking deal. You're wrong. Okay. You're wrong in what you're doing. You have no base to fucking stand on as far as the situation goes. And as far as the totality of circumstances goes, surrounding this matter. All right. You are just fucking picking on this individual. Whoa. He did not like that. Again, truth. Did not like the truth. So in return, in response to that, he shouts at me, screams, "I get the fuck out of my office." This and that. I looked at him, I'm sitting there very calmly. I said, no, I ain't fucking going anywhere. I said, this shit's gonna stop, and it's gonna stop right now. So I don't give a good goddamn who you think you are, mister. All right, but you're gonna stop picking on this individual. You're gonna stop picking on all the other individuals that I have had to stand in for. All right? Or there's gonna be fucking hell to pay. And that's that. All right, I'll go all the way up the fucking chain of command on you. Think I won't? I will. So he got loud with me. And I got loud back with him. Another supervisor was in the area and actually stepped in. I said, all right, it's time to leave. Talking to me. He's like, that's it. It's not where it's time to leave. So he was basically, he knew I was getting ready to tear this motherfucker's head off and shit down his windpipe. So I'm glad he was there because I was getting ready to, yeah, that's where it was going. So the long and short of it was, I didn't put my hands on the guy. I didn't threaten him. I didn't tell him I was going to kill everybody in his fucking bloodline or anything like that, as much as I wanted to. I just got up and left. So the next day I come into work. I'm met down out front by another superior officer. And he stated to me that I had to go see the warden in his office. The long and short of it, folks, because I can talk about this all day, is that this particular supervisor that I had it out with the night before basically falsified a document and put it in writing that physically threatened him. I threatened him with physical harm. I violently kicked office furniture around his office when he asked me to leave. I became verbally combative with him. And of course, to work because he was afraid of his safety. Okay, he was trying to paint me as a threat. Look at these fucking rocks I'm climbing over. I'll get back to the story in a minute. So, folks, check out this beaver dam. All right, this at one time was a stream for many years. All right, and this stream ran all the way down. See, this is what it looked like. Okay, I don't know if you can see that on camera. All right, and here's what it is now, thanks to some beavers, busy beavers. All right, I actually killed my first deer back there through those trees, and I was hunting along what used to be this stream, which is now just, well, there you go. It's just a swamp now. So I'm gonna very carefully make my way over here. I mean, there used to be a bridge over here that I used to walk across to get to the other side of this thing. So there's that. It's Mother Nature doing its work, right, fellas and ladies? Check this out. Yeah, this used to be a stream at one time. I love it out here. Yeah, I killed my first deer right off of this. Right through there. Anyway, back to the story. Yeah, I know cigar people. Some people aren't worth it. He definitely isn't. So yeah, the long and short of it was he falsified a document saying that I did all this, X, Y, and Z, and none of that fucking happened. And my union leadership had to get involved. Oh, excuse me, to sort the mess out. He was actually ordered by the warden to stay away from me. Which is interesting, because again, not gonna say his name or his rank, but he is one of my superior officers, very superior officer, and it's interesting now that we just stays away from me because of that. How this guy is allowed to continue to work there is beyond me, because the incident between him and I, there's been many others between him and other staff, but this fucking department, they set good officers up to fail, because one of these days a good officer is gonna be fighting for his fucking job, because this good officer is gonna have a fucking bad day. He's gonna come to work, he's gonna be dealing with something. This particular superior officer is gonna fucking push the wrong button with him, and he's gonna end up paying for it. He's gonna end up getting his fucking jaw broken or something. And at the end of the day, it'll be that good officer that'll be hemmed up for it. They will string him up by his balls for it. And it's too bad. But again, yeah, I'll put that up there, cigar. Yeah, it's absolutely true. Some people aren't worth the ass kicking. All right. You got to pick your battles. And again, it all falls back to having that balance in life, guys. To having that outlet to release that energy, right? To release all that negative, built up fucking tension that you have inside of you, and hitting these trails or doing whatever it is you do to get yourself right. All right, staying in control of the situation, staying in control of your life, right? Because if you lose control of your own self, you're not going to be able to handle any situations, right or wrong, right? And if what I talk about of what's to come, as far as the future of our society goes, actually becomes reality, I'm sorry, and you don't have that proper mindset, and you're unable to control yourself, and you're not out there doing the things like I'm doing right now, you're not going to make it too far when shit hits. Just saying. You won't. You will not survive when it gets down to it. As my boy Backwards says, prepare your mind and the rest will follow. Okay? And Backwards is one of my mentors, on this platform. When it comes to giving advice and tips, Prepper Nation, John Davis over there at Prepper Nation, he's another one. That's pretty much how I got into prepping, was through John Davis over at Prepper Nation. Those two guys. And there's other creators on here too that I have engaged with in the past that, they're doing the things. And we got that same mindset, so shout outs to all of them too. But yeah, it's paramount, guys. Your mental health is paramount. Because Backwards is on point when he says it. Because if you're not preparing your mind, the rest is just going to go to shit. Starting to feel my age, folks. I'll be 45 years old in a few months. This hike. I'm gonna get myself some water, get hydrated. All right. We're going on 55 minutes anyway. So yeah, thanks for joining me, guys. And I will see you tonight at 9 o'clock for the Mad broadcast. All right. Mad Outdoorsman. Thanks for watching.